What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Men at Work, and we're continuing with Cargo, 1983, and the next track is Upstairs at My House, which is locational. It sounds very literal. I suppose you could think of a way this could be a metaphor, maybe something to do with your brain, and upstairs meaning the attic, the recesses that you don't always go to, but I'm expecting this to be more literal and to relate to a physical house. Now, upstairs, if you live in a multi-story house, I feel like most times bedrooms are upstairs, so there might be a distinction being made in that regard. I will say, I grew up in a two-story house, and because I already had an older brother and sister and my parents' master bedroom, which were all taken upstairs, I ended up having what used to be a den as my bedroom downstairs, which as I got older was nice. When I was a teenager and I wanted to go out at night, I didn't have to walk by my parents' room and, oh, where are you going? I just kind of went straight out and basically had the whole downstairs to myself, so that was nice. Nevertheless, I imagine there is some distinction being made here, and whatever activities take place there perhaps are specific to upstairs and don't take place downstairs. Nevertheless, I will try to follow along and see what I can catch. This is Men at Work. The track is Upstairs at My House, and it's from their 1983 album Cargo. might be the most epic or biggest vocal performance from Colin Hay I've yet heard. And yeah, there was a moment at the end where it's like, wait, is that actually a saxophone? Obviously, a number of their tunes I've already heard have utilized the saxophone here. If I was hearing that right, it was just more of a small supporting role, but definitely the guitar grooving away, and I noticed the drums, like dancing on the hi-hat and just sort of, keeping the energy in the tune, which, wasn't crazy fast, but definitely had some pace to it. Lyrically, I'm intrigued because it's like, he is saying very much he likes being upstairs at his house, but I didn't know if that meant like he prefers being a homebody, because at first it's like he's talking about Coney Island and like all these places being like right in his backyard, essentially, something like that. And then, what was the other line? There was another line that caught my ear. But so, like, I wondered basically if he's saying that, like, that's right, like, he can see everything, and what was it, like, people don't know what he can see, something like that. And again, this is pre-internet, where, like, in the days of the internet, I might be like, oh, okay, so he's saying he could go anywhere, he could see anything, and he doesn't even have to leave the comfort of his room upstairs at his house. But I don't think he can be saying that because this is 83. So, yeah, I don't quite know what's happening, but if he's so adamant that he likes being upstairs at his house, then it sounds like maybe he's not going to all these places that were referenced, so I don't quite know what to make of it. But I love those long extensions vocally, and then the last one, he like went up to an even higher pitch and really sort of extended and then flourished like in the back half of the extension. So, like I said, one of the more notable vocal performances I've heard from him thus far. And yeah, again, they just really do have a distinct sound. It's, even some of their songs with a slightly different arrangement, some with more saxophone, and some, with a bit of that like pop reggae feel. But, you listen to one of their songs even before you hear Colin's voice for, 10, 20 seconds, and I think in a lot of cases it's like, oh, this is probably a Men at Work tune. They just really do have a distinct sound. So, yeah, another cool one. I am curious if people have any insight on the lyrics. Let me know, and I will see you next time.
Peace.